Let us have a sample problem for velocity. Problem A. Suppose I have here a Gaussian plane, and this is our d bar in meters or displacement, and this is our time in seconds. Let's say these are the following available data we get from the problem. Let's say at time zero, the position of the object, or displacement of the object, is actually 0 meters. This is in seconds. Let's say at time 1 second, the position of the object, displacement of the object is, let's say, 3m. We wanted to know how much is the velocity. Oops. How much is the velocity? So find the velocity. So let us graph this first. Okay, so at time 0, the position of the object is also 0. So this is where the object is located. Now, at time 1 second, so time 1 seconds, the position of the object or the displacement of the object is 3. So this is where the object is located during 1 second. And therefore, the slope should be a straight line that will connect these 2 points. Okay. Okay, so this will be our slope. Now, if I wanted to know the velocity, I would say I will have to find my y-axis and then my x-axis. So this is my y. The change in y is how much? So from 3 minus 0, that is actually 3. From here, x, the change in x is from 1 minus 0, that is 1. Okay? So why is it necessary? Something like this. So this is our point 1. This is our point 2. Okay? Now, if I were going to extend a line, a vertical line here, and a horizontal line here, okay? So I simply create here a right triangle. Now, to solve for this one, because this value is our slope, which is actually the velocity that we are looking for. So this would mean that we wanted to know the length of this side and the length of this side. Now, based from the condition we have, in finding the length of this one, this would be the change in y, which is y final minus y initial. And since our y final here is 3, this is our y final, which is 3, so we end up with 3. And our y initial here is actually 0, so minus 0. So this is in meters, and meters we left with 3m. And this will be our length of y. On the other hand, for the length in x can be calculated using the change in x. So we would say this will be x final minus x initial. Our x final here is here. This is our x final, which is 1. So we have here 1 second minus. Our initial point is at x initial is 0. So we have 0 seconds. So we have 1 second. So this will be our change in x. If we could still remember the formula for velocity, change in d, or displacement, over the change in time. So the change in d is actually equivalent to the change in y, and the change in t is actually equivalent to change in x. So we're left with, we already get earlier the value, so this is 3m divided by 1 second. So we have 3 meters per second. And this is actually the answer. So the velocity is 3 meters per second.